Okay, Gemini. This is your April. I got to get moving. I'm never going to make the Zoom at 7. I need to eat dinner too. All right, Gemini. Gemini. All right, Gemini. So you've gone back and forth with this. All right, we're going to see what's happening. 1 second, Gemini. 1 second. Okay. All right, Geminis, for the month of April. So, Geminis, for the month of April, you're hoping that everything's going to start off on a new track, on a new set, on a new mindset. You're hoping things are going to kind of fall into place now because you've been preparing January, February, and March. Geminis, you've been preparing for something to change, for something better to come your way. For some of you, Geminis, you had a lot of mountains in front of you. You had to climb up a lot of hills. You had to face a lot of challenges and even some setbacks. But you know what? You succeeded and you got through. Gemini, as we approach through April, today being April 1st, you have the Six of Wands. So you're going to be given the tools that you need in order to succeed, in order to reach your goal. However, some of you Geminis are still stuck as the Queen of Cups, looking back on a situation, on something that you can't quite figure out. For some of you Geminis, you've been wanting to make these changes, drastic changes, but you're making these changes you're wanting to do on somebody else, not on yourself. You're trying to change the outcome of a person or the behaviors of a person, and that's not going to quite work for you in the way that it should, right? Because it's not yours to change. It also feels like where Geminis are concerned, listen, you're struggling really bad from doing the wrong thing and doing the right thing. It feels like for a lot of Geminis, there's an imbalance here. There's something that's not balanced. You know what that is. I don't know what it is because for each one of you, it's different. But there's something within you. Hey, Marcy, there's something within you that is definitely not balanced. Either your emotions aren't balanced, maybe your hormones aren't balanced, maybe your mental thoughts aren't balanced, maybe you're overtired, maybe you're not getting enough sleep, maybe you're dehydrated and your cognitive skills aren't good. There's a lot of different things that it could pertain to depending on who I'm talking to. As the King of Swords, you are definitely willing to take control, willing to stand up for something, willing to step up. For some of you with the Four of Pentacles, you are holding on so tight. You're holding on so tight, you're afraid to let something go, or you're afraid to spend too much money, or you're afraid to make that big purchase, or you're afraid to make that investment. Whatever it is that you're fearing in the month of April, all you have to do is you're going to have to work through this as far as knowing that you have the resources, knowing that you have the job security, knowing that you have the responsibility within you to be able to make the payments, to keep things up, to make the discipline happen within yourself so that you don't overspend, so that you can pay your bills and you can succeed. Some of you Geminis are nervous about taking that next step into your relationship, getting into a committed type of relationship, even an engagement for some of you. That's definitely coming up for the month of April. You have the Ace of Swords, Gemini. So the Ace of Swords means that the universe is on your side. They're trying to help you to expand, to grow, to reach out, to spread out, to not limit yourself so much, to not keep the blinders on and not see what's going on around you. A lot of you Geminis have been staying in the hermit mode or staying to yourselves, not going out very much, not socializing, not really being involved with family, not doing anything. A lot of you kind of been in this like stuck place, this very complacent, stuck place that's not making you happy. Somebody, Gemini, either you or someone is coming towards you with love, or you're wanting to express love, or somebody's wanting to express it to you. Ooh, quick panic attack. Some of you Geminis must be struggling with anxiety. I don't know how many Geminis are in this room. How many Geminis are in this room right now? Yeah, if you're a Gemini, are you dealing with anxiety? Because it just hit me so fast. My heart's going like this. Is anybody a Gemini in this room struggling with anxiety? Sun, moon, or rising? Okay, because I feel like something gets overwhelmed, or you try so hard that you actually are an overachiever, or you're trying to overly please people, or you're a people pleaser altogether, but you're going overboard, trying to make people like you by doing so much for them, but they don't really seem appreciative. So do me a favor and slow it down. Don't keep bending over backwards for everybody. Let them come to you. And don't be afraid to try to go to them and ask them for help as well, because it's a one-sided thing for you, Geminis. Yeah, you might have, Lucerne, you might have. Makes sense. Oh, yeah. All right, Gemini. So like I said, right now you're just currently kind of hanging around, like you casually have to go out, right? You have to do certain things, whether it's go to the store, go to the cleaners, go whatever. Yeah, you casually have to go out and do things. When you go out, it's almost like you get a little bit overwhelmed before you go out that door. Once you go out into that big world, once you're facing different things, and it kind of gets a little nerve-wracking. You kind of get a little nervous. But I see during the month of April that you're going to find your strength. You're going to move through. You're going to push forward. You know what? You're really not going to let much stop you. Yes, you're going to feel some anxiety. Yes, you may even have a panic attack. You may have to just wait for it to pass. Do your breathing techniques. Calm yourself down. Tell yourself, I'm okay. I'm okay. Look at your surroundings. See where you are. If you're in your car and your doors are locked and your seatbelt's on, and you can pull over to the side of the road for a minute or in a parking lot or whatever, get your bearings, realize you're safe, everything's okay, and then go on about your business. For some of you, you're definitely protecting something or standing guard over something. Perhaps it's children, perhaps it's family, maybe it's an elderly parent. Whatever this is, it's kind of like you just want to make sure everybody's good. You want to make sure everybody's okay. For some of you, as we have the Eight of Cups here, the Eight of Cups kind of talks about, for this particular session, it kind of talks about being by a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It also can talk about being around air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's kind of talking about somebody's like either being very stubborn right now, or somebody's not willing to meet you halfway, or somebody's not willing to work on something or work with you on something. Somebody's not giving in right now, but give it a little bit of time. And I do feel like they need a better understanding of why they need to give in or why they need to meet you halfway. They're just not seeing that yet, but they will. For some of you, you're carrying a lot heavier load than what you need to carry. For some of you, it's feeling a bit overwhelming. For some of you, you bit off more than you could chew. Only thing you can do now is ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. For some of you, there may have been an argument in the past, something that you keep looking back on, something that you don't feel like you really won, or you don't feel like it really worked out in your favor. Although you got through it, it just still doesn't feel like it's an achievement for you. It feels like more like a disappointment, and you're wondering why it feels that way, why you don't feel good about the outcome. For a lot of you in the month of April, you're going to deal with an Ace of Cups, which the Ace of Cups talks about abundance. It talks about also, for some of you, lots of tears. So depending on who I'm speaking to, and again, who's watching this, and this is going to be different for all of you because everybody's different. But for some of you, it's about sadness. It's about really crying, getting that last cry out, and then finally picking yourself up. Because a lot of you got stuck in that victim mode, or feeling sorry for me mode, or I can't do this mode, or they don't want me mode, or I'm alone mode. Whatever that mode is that you got stuck in, it's going to pass. It's going to pass. You just need that one good cry out. And then you know what? You're going to get kind of mad. You're going to just kind of focus on you. And then you're going to move forward. You're going to see that somebody's going to finally appreciate you for your value. Somebody's going to finally recognize you, that you've been there the whole time, that you're very supportive, that you don't complain, that you're just trying to love them and wanting to be loved. All right. For some of you, you had to put an end to something, like, I'm not going to keep doing this, or I'm not going to keep watching you do this, or I'm not going to keep sitting here being bored while you're doing whatever. It's like, you know what? You do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. And let's come up with a day that we can go out and spend time together and do things with us, and an us thing. Because it's not always about you and it's not always about me, but we need to do an us thing. And that needs to be spoken to this person. Because right now you're feeling overwhelmed with the situation. It's just nothing's changing, keeps maintaining the same thing, and you're wanting something different. Until you speak up and just say, hey, can we do something different tonight? Or can we do something different Saturday night? Or can we do something? You got to speak up. You got to speak up. And this person will agree to do something different. But don't make it for just one weekend. Just like every Friday night, can that be our night? You can do whatever you want to do, or what you normally do, or play basketball, or go shoot hoops, or I don't know, play video games, go do race cars, whatever you do, whatever night you choose to do it. But we need a we night. We need a me and you night. Okay. For some of you, there's somebody who's still refusing to offer or to accept a cup. Either somebody's refusing to give you one, or you're refusing to accept one. I don't know who that's for, but be patient because something's about to change. There's other people that are instigating that or influencing that, which is why this person is not coming towards you, or which is why you're not wanting to be with that person. Everybody keeps telling you no, 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 no. And you're like, but I want to, but I want to. And they're like, no, it's not good. No, no, no. And you're like, nope, I still didn't learn my lesson, so I still want to. So, there's a push. There's a push here, but only you know if you want to go through the bullshit again. Only you know if you can handle it one more time. A lot of you got really close to the edge, meaning you got really close to either a nervous breakdown or you got really close to an emotional breakdown. A lot of you know what you can and can't handle. Do not put poison in your mouth when you know it's going to kill you. It's going to make you sick. Don't do it. A lot of Geminis, goodness is coming where money is concerned, where jobs are concerned. There's a lot of benefits coming your way. For some of you, it's about getting to that period where your job's not going to offer you the health benefits. Or for some of you, it's to the point where somebody's finally highlighting you and the work that you do and they're showing appreciation. Somebody's finally giving you notice or noticing you. There is fast movement coming, fast energy coming. This could be either you making a fast, snappy decision or somebody else making one to come toward you. For some of you, you're going to get out of that rut that you were in with the Eight of Swords as we get into the third week of April. For some of you, it's almost like, you know what, you're tired of waiting. You're not going to sit and wait anymore. You're right here and you're like, you know what, I'm tired of it. I'm to the point now where I'm frustrated. And you're going to do something about that. The universe is going to help you. There's a blessing coming from the universe with the Ace of Pentacles. I also feel like for many of you, Gemmies, you got to decide to balance something out. If you don't get the balance that you need, especially if you're dealing with that water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you got to get a balance, because if you don't, they're going to run your life, or they're going to decide what you're going to do. You're not going to have any choices in that matter. You want to be able to make a choice. For some of you, you're expecting somebody to tell you the truth or come out with it. They're not going to. For some of you, you may have proven that somebody did something, whether it's cheated, lied, whatever. They're not going to admit it. Somebody's not going to admit it to you. They're going to come up with more excuses and more lies. And it's the third time I got this. So they have secrets. They're keeping them. And they're not going to be honest with you. So you can keep on playing. But sooner or later, either you're going to make the choice to cut something out, or the universe is going to throw you a tower card. The universe is going to throw you a tower card. Show me that, please. Show me what the universe is going to do if they don't decide to make a decision with something that's extremely toxic, extremely bullshit, and you know that it's bullshit, but you're sticking around for what? You're sticking around for what? This and all that keeps coming up is the card with the secrets. As I'm shuffling, the secrets keep coming up. The Tower moment, so it means it's going to let you go through another lesson if you need to. The Tower moment's not showing up here. No matter how much I'm shuffling, I'm not getting it. They're going to let you go through and learn the lesson, until you finally get to the point where you can't take it anymore. Once you get to that point, it's going to be a while. You might go through this for a whole nother year. And then after that year, you hit rock bottom, you get overwhelmed, you lose your job, you lose your finances, you have to move back with family, or you have to move in with a friend. For some of you, you won't know what to do. For some of you, you go to a father or a strong figure and ask for help. For a lot of you, you are going to put the work in. You're going to do things that are needed to do for you, yourself, around your home. You're going to make good choices and decisions. For some of you, you're going to leave somebody out in the cold. Like, you know what? I can't help you anymore. You've exhausted all your benefits with them. For some of you, it was a tough decision to make, but you knew what you had to do, because at the end of the day, you need to save yourself before you can save anybody else. If you don't have yourself in the position that you need to be in, and the Tower card did go by, but I shuffled it, so sorry about that. So eventually you're going to hit the rock bottom. Eventually you're going to be overwhelmed, and eventually there's going to have to be something else that's going to change. Something else has got to change. Nope. That's all I got for you. So for the month of April, this is what I got for you, Gemmies. I'll be coming back shortly. I'm going to try to eat dinner really fast. And then after that, don't forget, Zoom is around 7, hopefully 7 or 7:30 at the latest, because I still got to do Libra and Aquarius. So I want to see if I can come right back on. Matter of fact, before I eat, I'm going to try to get Libra done. So give me 2 minutes. I'm going to come back on. Let's get Libra done. And then the only one I got left is Aquarius. I'm going to see if I can nail that before 7 o'clock. All right, you guys.